Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing, which I've done for a little while, and the reason for this is I've been waiting for this delivery for 6 months, 5 months, 5 months or 6 months. Placed the order a long time ago, back at the beginning of the year, almost as soon as I was aware that the product in question was being released. Now, so this is it's arrived in 2 boxes. Let me just bring one in. Rather large boxes. You won't see much of me alongside it, but anyway, these are from, as you can probably see, Acoustic Sounds in the US. And so I've got 2 boxes here, and they are Acoustic Sounds Ultra Tapes. So that is basically master tapes or master tape copies of master tapes, 1-to-1 copies of tapes, which is by far and away the closest to the source that you can get. Really, the actual source is a master tape. In the case of all of these albums, I think these are probably the most significant releases on tape yet. So, without further ado, let me open the boxes and we'll see what we've got inside. Of course, I've got no idea what's in which box, so the order of this will be somewhat random. That just makes it all the more fun, really, doesn't it? And I will get around to, well, I'll obviously get around to listening to these, but I can't listen to them until I've unboxed them. And I couldn't wait, so I just thought, let's get this going. So here we go. This is what you get, 2 of them. So nice solid outer box, and I'll tip these out. They're going to come. I don't know that they're going to come. Hang on. No, they're going to be right. Stand up a minute. Excuse me. This requires a bit more brute force than I was anticipating. And there we go. So, inside your outer, this is what you get. Let's deal with these one at a time. So really, really nice, high quality, stout shipping box, which needs to be have the seal cut as well. There we go. This will be quite amusing if I open it this way. You will know what's in here before I do. Is it good? Is it good? What is it? Oh, we don't know. Lots of bubble wrap. Okay, here we are. Now this is quite interesting because of the 4 tapes that I bought, this is the only one that I don't really know. So maybe this would have been, in an ideal world, come out 4th, but it's come out first. So here we go. Oliver Nelson, The Blues and the Abstract Truth. Now, I'm not the world's greatest jazz aficionado, but I, certainly mainstream jazz and jazz right from the sort of beginnings. I've got a big 78 collection up to the present day. I listen to, but Oliver Nelson had just escaped me, frankly, and this album obviously therefore had 2. And when some others came up, which you'll obviously find out about next, as of being available on Acoustic Sounds, I kind of was looking at their catalogue, and I just went through the albums I hadn't heard and listened to them on Tidal. So only time I've heard this is on Tidal. I don't have it on vinyl. So from previous experience, I've got quite a few of these tapes already, and they are absolutely exceptional, literally second to none. So this is going to be utterly mind-blowing. And as you can see here, got lovely solid packaging, beautiful album artwork, and And inside, lovely inner with, I take this out, 2 tapes, each in its own box. So there we've got, I'm not knowing now, okay, side B, side A, and these are, as I say, these are from one-to-one copies from the original master, and that's the tape that they arrive on, which is yeah, I will have this on my reel-to-reel player before the end of the day for certain. Although it might be fought in the queue, but maybe not. Who knows? There's a few notes about handling the tapes, because you do need to look after tapes. But if you do look after them, they will, you know, they'll last a lifetime. I mean, this album was released in 1961, and is reckoned to be one of the most significant albums of its era. Now, that's what, 61. That's 61 years. 61 years ago. Yeah, so it's 61 years ago. Released in 1961, and clearly the masters are still in great condition. Now, funny enough, I've just been playing some CDs earlier this morning, and you know, I've got one which is totally not scratched, but it is it's unplayable, and you know, even CDs, music file, you know, computer files, they don't last forever. LPs don't last forever. I mean, LPs, if you don't play them, will last forever. As long as you look after them, but yeah, it's a fallacy that the analog mediums are fragile. I mean, you have to take care of these things clearly, but this is, you know, well, I can't wait to get it on the on the Studer. But there we go. Anyway, Blues and the Abstract Truth, Oliver Nelson. You know, to spend this amount of money on something, and I've only heard it on Tidal, might seem a little odd, but believe me, it was an incredibly good album. You know, you can't hear everything, and it had just passed me by up until now. So let's pop that one back in its box and bag. Let's see what we got next. So next up, to slice the packing open again. Really is nice packing, this. I mean, it really is. You're buying a quality product, but everything about it feels equally high quality. Now, I've kind of got a sneaking suspicion what's in here, and I was right. So, tape number 2. Now, out of the 4, in complete contrast to the Oliver Nelson, this will be the album that I have had for the longest. I've probably had this album on vinyl since the 1980s, without a doubt. Although my vinyl copy is just a fairly average reissue. And here we have the Oscar Peterson Trio, We Get Requests. Now, I know many people where this is in their top 10 of jazz albums. It's just beautiful. It's extremely easy listening jazz. I mean, most Oscar Peterson is, but this is extremely easy listening. Again, it's a beautiful thing, and to again, I can't wait, because I mean, I play my vinyl copy really regularly. It gets a lot of play, and it's ironic that I haven't actually got a better copy of it, but well, I have now. You know, to get a copy, one off the master, like this, from acoustic sounds, it is just it's just stunning. It should be just stunning. I mean, there's absolutely, you know, we know the music. I'm sure you know the music. And again, beautifully presented, beautifully packaged. There's tape A. Let me take this one out this time, so you can see it's a very beautiful thing. Number 25 in the catalogue of Analogue Productions records. So I think I keep messing up Analogue Productions and Acoustic Sounds. Analogue Productions is the label. Acoustic Sounds is the company, the retailer. Anyway, another exceptional, phenomenal, very, very, very fine recording. Okay, as I said earlier, there's certain albums that just you just want to have in the very best quality you can, and this one is definitely this sounds great digitally, vinyl, whatever, and I just cannot wait to play this on vinyl. But still, you heard me talking about earlier about perhaps the most exciting things to come out on tape so far. Having everything I've said about this is not it. Not in my opinion. There is something even more special to come. So, pop this one back in its box. I see Toby the cat has turned up, so he might make a brief video appearance. And here we are, box number 2. Let's see what's in here. Already worked out I need to stand up for this, so let me stand up for this. That's one thing about tape, they are big. When an order for 4 albums comes in 2 large boxes, well, it's all part of getting what you pay for, really, isn't it? So, these last 2. Now, I would say both of these come into that category of the most exciting thing ever. And I'm kind of glad that this is the way this has come, because here we've got number 1 of 2. Just get rid of this mountain of packing I have. And here we have. These were announced by Chad around Christmas time, late last year, and he kind of slips them into a tail end of a video, and I almost had a fit. I just couldn't believe what he was saying, that these were coming available. So here we have John Coltrane, Ballads. Now, John Coltrane is a very, very, very major artist. I think anyone, even if they don't know jazz, would have heard of John Coltrane. Saxophonist on Mars Waves is Kind of Blue. Played, he is just one of the absolute greats of all time. And this is one of his most accessible and enjoyable, beautiful records, Ballads. Released in 1963 on the Impulse label. Look at this, we've got beautiful beautiful information sheet booklets to go with this. I mean, that is, look at this, isn't that lovely? Really lovely. Stunning album, and oh look, there we go. There's the original. There's the original tape, and this will be a 1-to-1 copy from that. And as you may know about tape, if you do it carefully, properly, and good studio equipment, it is almost impossible to detect the generational loss between a master and a master copy done well. So here we are, John Coltrane, Ballads, Side A, because each tape has its own side. 1963. Say it over and over again. You Don't Know What Love Is. Too Young to Go Steady. And The Great Standard, All or Nothing at All. Just cannot wait to get this on the Studer. And there we go. Tape A. Gold dust, really. This is just, yeah, when albums like this start coming out on tape, the the format is here to stay as a consumer format. Of course, this was and still is in certain situations the format of the professional studio recordings right up until the mid 80s. Everything was recorded onto tape. It was the only way. Virtually everything. Anyway, 3 down. So, any of you who know the Analogue Productions catalogue will have no doubt whatsoever, I'm sure, what the last one is. And this one is the one that just made me, well, reach for my credit card and just go for it. Now, I'm kind of, I really like sort of mood music, spiritual music, mystical, peaceful, that kind of stuff. I just love it. It's, I like my rock and all sorts of things, but something that can take you away and melt your soul. That's another thing for me. That's another thing. And unlike all the others, this is one I have I've got a first issue UK mono or stereo, can't remember, pressing of this. It sounds superb. It is a stunningly beautiful album. It's slow, it's quiet, it's smoky, it's atmospheric, it's mystical, it's spiritual, it's captivating, and it's beautiful. And I think without any shadow of doubt, it's the highlight, it's the masterpiece of John Coltrane. It's the masterpiece in John Coltrane's catalogue. It's one of the most beautiful and moving jazz albums ever recorded. Albums ever recorded. It's stunning. And here we have, once again, John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. One off the master. There are several acoustic sounds videos. Acoustic sounds. There might be acoustic sounds. There might be Analogue Productions. I can't remember what the channel name is off the top of my head. But Chad explains in great detail the source of the tapes. And this is just, oh God, almost, it's giving me goose pimples and bringing tears to my eyes just even thinking about it. There's no question this will be number one on the record player. Well, it is a record player. A tape recorder is a record. Well, yeah, it is a record player because this is a record. It's a recording. It's not a vinyl record player. There we go. Just thought I'd throw that one in, cover my slip. This is absolutely worth its weight in gold. It's if this signals the path of where we're going with tape and Analogue Productions, if from here we go on to other major, these are not B grade jazz recordings. As I say, you can forget their jazz. These are, top 100 albums, top 1,000 albums, top 100 albums, top 500 albums, top 10 albums. Whatever you want to say. They're stunning, absolutely stunning records, and supreme. There's nothing that's going to sound, but there is no chance. There isn't even the possible chance that this can be bettered. I've got some Analogue Productions, very fancy kind of LP pressings. I've got some Mobile Fidelity, very fancy LP pressings, and they sound significantly better than your average copy. I mean, significantly better. But the difference between this and they is like chalk and cheese. This is, to all intents and purposes, the source. And I've got to thank Chad and all at Analogue Productions for committing to the reel-to-reel format and doing the deals to enable these tapes to come out for sale and be available to the general public. And you compare this, these are $500 this was. I mean, I paid a bit of duty and all that with shipping, obviously not helped by Brexit. Thank you, Brexit. Say between around £500 maybe. But you can pay not far off half that quite easily for a very high quality LP pressing. And you just got to lift the box. You just got to see what you're actually getting here. And when you talk about one-step records that are, they've cut out 2 steps of the pressing process. This has cut out the entire pressing process and the cutting process. He's literally a one-to-one of the master. And I've got to say cheerio now because I've got to get this baby on the reel-to-reel. So on that note, I'll say thank you all for watching and bearing with me, and I will be back soon with more updates on amazing musical finds. Okay, thank you very much. Bye for now. Bye.